Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine and doing well. So I came across a lot of CVs that has some 5 different problematic things that I wanted to discuss with you today. Students actually add these things and they think that this might actually positively impact their CV, which actually is not the case. These things actually lead to some unintentional bias from the recruiter or from the program committee, which actually negatively impact your CV and your chances of selection in any program or any job decreases. So I highly recommend you to not add these segments if you are applying anywhere, because this actually impact your CV negatively, and trust me it does, because I will be telling you from my own experience, as well as I will be giving you an experiment which you can do and actually think that okay, yeah, this actually affects your CV negatively. So let me tell you what are the things. But before going into that, I will highly recommend you to actually see the other videos that actually I made on the CV making, which will actually help you in improving your CV and eventually improving your chances of getting selected. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I highly recommend you to subscribe the channel, because my content will be helping you in the coming days as well, with a lot of stuff that you can't even imagine. So let's proceed with the first thing. So the first thing that actually I see frequently in the CV of students is the picture. Like, who actually tells you to add the picture in your CV? If the program or if any recruitment agency hasn't mentioned to put your picture in the CV, you don't need to. So why? Because this actually leads to some very unintentional bias that you don't even intend, but it happens. So let me give you an example, or let me give you a task which you can do and actually see this actually works. So I will highly recommend you to go and ask for a CV of your 10 friends and they have their picture. And what will happen is, when you open the CV, you will actually made a perception by watching the picture. This is something psychological. So that's why you shouldn't even add a picture. That actually leads to in some cases may lead to some unintentional bias. Because it happens in countries and it happens in departments as well. Discrimination happens. So that's why I highly recommend you to not add a picture if you are not asked to. The second thing is, which I highly recommend you to not add, is the unupdated links of your LinkedIn profile, or like irrelevant links of your portfolio and things like that. So let me give you an example. People actually give add their LinkedIn link, but the LinkedIn profile in your CV are sometimes very different. So for example, sometimes you are doing a lot of things on the LinkedIn. You might be sharing a lot of posts that's not relevant to your field, and you have some information that's not relevant to your field, but in your CV that's not the case. Or sometimes you might haven't updated your LinkedIn profile at all, but you just add your link just because you want to add the LinkedIn link. And same is the case with the portfolio. You might haven't updated your portfolio website, or you haven't add something, but you still add because it's just wanted to add, so that it actually give you an extra impression or something like that. So I highly recommend you to not do that. And the third thing is, sometimes people add professional journey. I am this, I am this, I have done this, and I have done this. You don't need to add these things in your CV, because it's useless, because you are already giving your life journey, what you have done in your CV, and the recruiter or the program committee actually, see your journey through those things you have mentioned. You do not need to do that again. That actually consume a lot of your space, and that actually useless as well, because that's a repetition of what you have already done. So don't do that. The fourth thing which I highly recommend you to not add, and it's very funny, sometimes people add hobbies. They like hiking, they like traveling, they like let's say book reading and stuff like that. It's good, but the thing is, you do not need to prolong your CV, because you have some limited space of 1 or 2 pages. You have to add all the stuff in that, and if you are prolonging your CV, that actually affects you negatively. So do not need to add hobbies. Like, you are applying for a master or you are applying for a job, like they don't care if you are actually good at hiking or not. They actually care whether you know your stuff or not. Okay. And the last thing is, some people add actually references. Okay, my 2 references are this professor. If your references are Nobel Prize winner, they have won some good national level prizes or global Nobel Prize, is then add that. But if if your professor is a local guy, no one knows, and things like that, it doesn't make any sense to add those references, because let's say if you have a very good CV, if you have made up things and your professor doesn't even appear in a Google, so what will happen? people, the committee or the recruiter will start actually questioning your credibility of the CV, because they will know, okay, the professor is like this and the student is like this, something is fishy. So you shouldn't add your references in the CV. But yeah, if they ask you, you can actually submit the reference in an email and things like that by contacting professor, and obviously through a proper way, which actually usually is. So this is all I had to share with you, and this is what you shouldn't do, so that your chances of getting selection in any prospect you're applying to increases. So this is all I had to share with you today. So if you like the video, follow the channel, subscribe the channel, because I will be posting a lot of content that will be helpful for you. So till then, take care, and I will be posting another video on which you can actually see how to add content into your CV. So if you are interested, keep watching the videos I am posting. So see you soon, take care, have a nice day.